warrior one, and it's almost the same thing, but the back leg is a little bit different. Other than that, they are so similar. I figure I'd teach both of them at the same time. The warrior series are fun, like lots of fun, especially when you start flowing them. And the warrior one is very nice too. Remember, if you want to substitute it for a lunge with your other knee down on a pillow, that's all good. Or hold into the couch or a chair. So as always make sure you have a couch or something to climb back up. If you have issues coming up or down, then you need a little prop to help you. I use blocks, I use all kinds of things all the time. Talking about blocks, if you have some, it's a good time to use them. You don't need any, but it's always good to have nearby. So that, a strap even, something. You can have them nearby. It's not necessary for this class. Well, we may grab them, and they're there to help you. So let's get in our mountain pose. Big inhale up. Exhale, fold at the hip. Head is down. Relax the head, shoulders. Hands can be on the opposite elbow. And remember to keep that soft bend in the knees, or a lot of it. And this is not how low you can get, but just to get your back to stretch just nicely. No pain, just nicely. Now, hands above or below the knees, elbows in, flat back. Big inhale, get long. Exhale, relax the head, bend the knees, push in your feet, and inhale back up. Exhale your hands down. To your heart, you can press if you want. Relax the shoulders a little bit, relax the elbows. We don't want to be like so stiff here. Just relax everything and just enjoy and have fun. So let's slow down a little bit. I'm going to move, so because you move to maybe the middle of your mat or the front of it or the back. But there are two ways to get into the warrior. You can move forward or move backward. So I'm going to take a leg and we're going to reverse that, so don't worry. So any leg, just move it forward and move it until your knee is right above your ankle. So that part is important, that alignment. And also to keep the knee, you want that directly above. You don't want your knee falling in. So you want to keep on pressing your knee out just so slightly that you remember not to fall in, but you want it above the ankle. Now we're going to back that leg. It's a little closed. We're going to back it a little bit. Now, are you holding on to something here? So always check that knee, that's important. Make sure that's good. The back leg, you back it as far as it's comfortable. You can always inch back. If it's too much, come back in. Usually people don't spread as wide as they could, as their body can comfortably, and they shorten themselves. So go look, go see. And if it's pulling or anything and it's too much, just come back. You don't want that. You don't want no pain, of course. But try to back your foot a little more. Now I've got my foot like a little pigeon, like my foot is folded in, pushing in, and my leg is fairly straight with a little micro bend in the knee. If you need to bend your knee a lot, go ahead. It's always fine. So always check that front leg. And maybe your stand is too big, then come back. Just adjust yourself where it's comfy. Your heel, if you made a straight line, ideally would fall in the middle of your foot. But we all have issues and build different, so make it as close as you can to the center, about. And just start turning your hips towards your front legs. Just turn your hip. You may want to adjust your foot, send your heel back a little more. Just come as straight as you can towards your front leg. And if you're ready and you want, you may be holding on to the wall, and that's great, always great. Or a chair, you're holding on to something. See if you want to let go one arm and just bring it up overhead. And see if the other one will follow. If not, catch back to whatever you were holding. Look straight ahead. Try not to look up too much. You don't want to swing your head back too far. And inhale the fingertip up, up, up. Exhale your shoulder as you tuck in your lower belly. And just curve your back just so slightly. Very small here. And exhale the arms down. Keep breathing in between. Now we're going to make it easy. We're going to heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. And just bring the other leg back to where we started. We're just going to repeat that the other way. So I got this leg forward. Now I'm going to use my other one. And I'm touching it because I'm turning that way. I'm always facing you. I don't like, very, very rarely I have to turn my back. And I like looking at my student, even if it's the camera, because I picture you all on your mat when I teach. And I do. And I'm talking directly to students because I know you will be watching. So I'm keeping my hand on my leg because I want to face you. I want to look at your face, see if you're smiling, if you're grimacing, if it's too much, you're forcing too much. Just relax, come out of it a little bit. I cannot see you, of course, but a bit. Now my hand is there again. I think I said it a bunch of times. So that when I remember that it's this one I need to move forward, just because I turn myself around. The other leg, if you want a short stand, that is fine, that is fine. But again, try to hold on to something if you need to. Try to bring it back a little bit. You don't have to be super low onto the ground. That's something else. And just turn your hips. Nice twist. Very slowly. Adjust your back foot. Hold on to something if you need to. Remember your knee above your ankle. And send it out just a little bit. Not so it's really flipping out, but that it stays straight. And inhale, fingertip up. Maybe you want to bring your gaze, if you're in a room between the wall and the ceiling, maybe a little bit towards, a little couple inch into the ceilings, depending how tall your walls are. And exhale your arms. Now this time we're going to step forward. So we're going to end up at the edge of our mat instead of the middle. We're going to turn ourselves around so we got all that land here. All that land. Now let's make that big step. And if you need to find your way there, you find your way there. That is fine. And remember, you can always hold on to the wall or something and make a big step forward. Nice big step, adjust it, make it comfy. Whoops, see, that's nice, huh? And I'm leaving that in the video. I mean, it's easy to cut that stuff. But anybody, even the best yogini, you're going to lose your balance. It's human. You don't know. You skip breakfast, anything can happen. And I hope you didn't skip your breakfast, but knee above the ankle. Other foot, make your line from your heel for your warrior one. Toes in a little bit. Wall is there. Yes, I'm unbalanced right now. Tuck in your belly. You don't want to just tuck in your belly here. Turn your hip forward. Adjust your foot a little bit in the back, maybe the front too. If you really have your balance, really have an issue today, just take your front leg and move it out a little bit. It's going to give you a wider stand. And if that's plenty of balance for you that way, that is fine. So inhale, finger up. You can have them on your hips or still on the chair. That's your choice. It's always your choice. Inhale. Exhale. Move a little bit forward and send your back foot forward. Remember which leg it was? Back leg. Let's get right in it right now. Warrior one. Okay. Now stay exactly like you are. And take your back heel, lift it off the ground, and turn your foot so that it is straight but the heel is up. Bend the leg a little bit here. Now you're in your crescent lunge, and that's the only difference between your warrior one or about and your crescent lunge, but that's pretty much it. You want to take your back thigh, you can do that in the warrior as well, and set it up a little bit and if it's too much to handle right now, you can, somebody will remind you to do that at one point, and you'll stick it. We can't remember every detail. And same thing, you can bring your hands and then sink it a little bit. The crescent, I like sinking my hip a little lower. My heel's not touching the ground, but it's going towards it. This is awesome for the sciatica if you've got like issues here. Now, open your fingertip and just like draw from the fingertip all the way down to your shoulder sockets here. Neck is relaxed, make a little movement. Start looking down just a little bit, see if your head was staying back too much. Now we're coming forward, just big inhale, forward. Exhale, other foot goes back. We're in crescent lunge. If it's too much for you, just go back in the warrior one. That's always a nice option. And again, just turn your heel so your foot is straight, but your heel is off the ground. And sink low a little bit. Same principle, same alignment principle here. Your knee right above your ankle. And if you want, tight tummy all the time, right? Bend your big thigh back a little bit, your back thigh back. Inhale your fingertip up. And keep them open. They don't have to be creepy open, but just open a little bit. And inhale, inhale, inhale through the fingertip. Exhale, lower your shoulders. Belly is tight. Neck is super relaxed. And exhale, lower the arm. And inhale, bring your foot forward. Isn't that fun? I like doing the warriors. I like with the warrior 1, 2, and 3. You can do a fun flow and that little side angle and a lot of fun. And we're working on that. We're building up to all those fun flow. But every posture has its own fun, its own delight, its own pro. But just be careful with your body.